This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening and welcome to the Cherry Hill East versus Cherry Hill West varsity swimming competition. We're here from beautiful Sicklerville in Sicklerville, New Jersey. And just to give you some stats on the conditions of the pool, the water temperature is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the humidity is about 300%. Or actually, it's a low 99%. We're looking towards a night of thrilling competition between rivals Cherry Hill East and Cherry Hill West, perhaps the biggest rivalry on the east coast of the United States, if not the world. I'm Adam Ariton, your sole commentator, and I'll be bringing you action for the next hour. All right, the swim meet is about to start. The swimmers are taking their mark right now. Forgot to mention earlier that tonight, as always, we will have our top 10 list, tonight's top 10 category, top 10 lists that will never be broadcasted on Cable 18, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the competition. I was talking to some of the competitors in the swim team earlier in the night, and Ari Lewis, for example, feels very confident of a West victory. Now, I'd like to fill you in on what happened in this competition last year. Last year, Cherry Hill East walked away with the victory, so Cherry Hill West is... And the race is underway. The first race is the medley relay. The first portion of the medley relay is the backstroke, now going into freestyle. Cherry Hill West in lanes 2, 4, and 6, and Cherry Hill East in lanes 1, 3, and 5. And it looks like Cherry Hill West in lane 4 right now in the lead, doing the butterfly stroke. Watch lane 3 and 4. Right now, Cherry Hill West with the lead in lane 4. Cherry Hill East, though, trying to close the lead. Now a new swimmer for Cherry Hill West, Josh dives in. Now doing freestyle, and Cherry Hill East desperately trying to catch up. Cherry Hill West has had the lead the entire race. And Cherry Hill West with the victory. In lane number 4, Cherry Hill East in second place in lane number 3. Cherry Hill West really starting off the meet with a lot of momentum, winning the first event, the medley relay. Next event will be the 200-meter freestyle as we wait for the last competitors to finish in lane number 6. Again, Cherry Hill East in the odd number lanes 1, 3, and 5, and Cherry Hill West in even numbered 2, 4, and 6. The man to watch for Cherry Hill West is Kevin King in lane 4. A strong swimmer all his life and really leading this West team this year. In his final year, he's a senior at West. Swimmers now taking their marks for the 200-meter freestyle. And the race is off. Kevin King for Cherry Hill West, the first to touch the wall. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 very close with Kevin King just edging them out. Cherry Hill East right on him. Lanes 3 and 4. Kevin King again maintaining the lead, but just barely by, say, half a body length.
Well, here comes Eric Maurer in lane 5. He's got a strong 4th place. Good turn, it pulls him up. He's closer.
But Kevin King still in the lead in lane number 4. Does the kick turn at the end and still
We got Eric
maintain the lead.
Holmes down in lane 1. He's got a good arm turn. I think he's going to have a good turn. He breathed off that turn, but he still looks strong. All right, here comes Eric Maurer. I think he's going to make his move now. That pulls him up. I think he's in 3rd place now.
Go, Mary! Get her! Come on, Mary, get her!
They're coming into the final turn. Myers trying to make his move. And we have Myers going to take 2nd place for Cherry Hill East. Mauer's trying to pull up into 3rd for Cherry Hill East. And he just barely misses it with the 4th place. And Eric Holmes will take a 5th for Cherry Hill East.
And of course, Kevin King of Cherry Hill West coming in 1st place in the 200-meter freestyle.
Of course.
Matt Marathon along with
Matt Meyer. Matt Meyer took a 2nd in that, I'd like to say, and I'm Chris Lyerly, commentating for Cherry Hill East.
And it's nice to have you here on Cable 18.
Thank
First
you.
broadcast with us?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay, well, we're glad to
Proud
have
to
an
say
expert.
John Shallow did it last year, and
Did a fine job. I was with
fine
him.
job, yes. Now I can see Bill Fulton in lane 5, which is pretty odd for the IM. I know he's pretty strong in this.
Summers awaiting the start of the race. This is the 200-meter IM. What is for our viewers who are not as familiar with swimming? What is the 200-meter IM?
Well, the 200-meter IM emphasizes all the strokes where you do butter first, 2 laps, then you do backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle, all 2 laps. And it's mostly an endurance event, just like the 200 freestyle we just saw.
And who should we watch for Cherry Hill East?
Cherry Hill East, I think Fulton in lane 5 should be watched. He's in the outside, but I know he's very strong in the IM. And Joe Carnell is in lane 3, leading us off, and they're both seniors and both captains. And as I thought, Bill is taking a commanding lead in the butterfly. That has got to be his best event next to freestyle. Good turn, too. You can see what makes him so strong, the sweeping arm movements that he gets over. He gets over the water so powerfully. A good turn for the backstroke, too.
Is it a strategy to try to pull ahead in the butterfly where he's stronger than everybody else?
He want to pace himself in the butterfly to get a good time and stay in the lead at least. And the backstroke, I'd estimate that he just coasts through that and try and save himself from the breaststroke. Not save himself, of course they're all sprinting here, but and the freestyle, he'll definitely go as fast as what he's got left. That was a short pullout. But he will be, as you can see, the water spewing out in the front of him is showing that he is pulling very hard. And if you get a good turn, I'm sure he'll hold first. Yes, he is looking good.
But Cherry Hill West there in lane 4, catching up.
Come on, Joe! And Mark Levinson is in lane 1. He is our incoming freshman that is bringing us some depth to the team.
And we'll be looking for him in years to come, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
But the race right now is between lanes 5 and 4, Cherry Hill West and Cherry
Yes.
Hill East.
And Bill should win this handily. And West takes a second there. And Levinson will get a fourth for Cherry Hill East. And Joe Carnell will bring it in fifth place. And that was good to see because the fifth place do give you points. Now this is a...
Come on, PJ!
This is a 50 freestyle. That's just down and back, and it is a sprint. We have only two swimmers from East. There, it's Brad Clemens in lane 3 and Jeff Goldberg in lane 5. And we have Mike Dawdle coming up for lane 1 for East also. It's a good start. And BJ Clemens is taking him to the wall and comes off in second place. Now he's dropping back to third. They may sweep this. And BJ has a third and Goldberg has a fourth. And as you can see, it was a sprint that went by in about 23 seconds. And now we'll enter the diving.
Now, for the diving competition, the divers have pre-selected dives that they're going to do. Judges
Yes.
already know what dives they're going to do, and they have to do those dives.
Yeah, and one dive is a required dive that's required each week that they have to do.
And these dives are rated by difficulty?
Yes, and well, they're a set difficulty, like 3.1, and they do the dive, and the scores are based on that difficulty, so they don't always hand out a 7. If it's a higher difficulty, they're going to hand out a lower score.
Maximum score is, though, 7? 7 is the maximum score? Or 10 is the maximum?
10.
10 is the maximum.
But you rarely ever, I don't think you'd ever see that in high school competition. And diving for East, we'll have John Arcaroli and Andy Harris. Harris is a freshman and Arcaroli is a junior.
Diving for Cherry Hill West so far, I see Owen Graham. Owen's been on the team for the past 4 years. Another real leader in the diving field.
This is Mort Brown for Cherry Hill East.
Okay, next up is Cherry Hill West, Owen Graham, doing a dive of degree of difficulty 1.8.
Doing a 301 reverse dive, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.8.
Can they hear it?
If you can remember what they say, you should say it.
That was a good dive, but he will be judged for his distance from the board and his entry. Those are the key factors, I think, that the judges look for in judging diving.
John will be doing number 301.
I think the
reverse dive,
legal
straight
distance is
position,
12
degree
to
of
16
difficulty 1.8.
inches. was also a reverse dive, and you can see the difference in the distance. John kept it closer to the board, and he received a half-point higher scores than the West diver.
As far as what the judges are looking for, is it very important how they enter the water as far as the splash they make and all
Yes,
that kind of thing?
they have to first qualify to the position that it is stated, straight, tuck, pike, and then they must, minimal splashes they can get, entering straight up and down for their dives, through the feet or with the hands, entering first. And then the distance of the board is considered, get distance from the board.
This is Ian Stern for Cherry Hill West. With an average score there of 3 1/2 for that dive. Now it looks like for me the mistake he made is on the entry to the water. Is that really what the judges were taking off for right there?
Yes, he did not enter perpendicular to the water.
Straight position, degree difficulty 1.8.
And you can see that his legs were bent, so, and the distance from the board, he will be penalized for that.
Scores of 2, 2, and 2 for that.
And you can see the difference from John Arcaroli's 6.66.
Forward dive, 1/2 twist, straight position.
There's Mort Brown again for the second round of diving.
How many dives are the divers required to do?
Well, they're only required to do one dive, and then they go out on their own with 5 others.
Scores of average score of 3 1/2 there.
Total.
Owen will be doing number 101, forward dive, straight position, degree difficulty 1.4.
Owen Graham will be doing a dive of degree of difficulty 1.4.
That would be an average difficulty for divers. And you can see that he was perpendicular.
John will be doing number 105.
I didn't get quite that soon.
Forward doing 1/2, stomach drop, tuck position, degree difficulty 2.4.
And that is a very hard dive to do. He opened up. He opened up at just the right time to allow him to enter the water with that little bit of distance from the water that he had. Well executed.
Scores for that dive, I believe, were 6.5, 6.5, and 7.
Very good scores.
Ian Stern up again for Cherry Hill West. Scores of 5, 5, and 5 with an average score of 5. And I like to point out to our home audience that the average scores are being tabulated by our Cable 18 supercomputer.
This takes a lot of concentration and balance. Part of the diver. Those are 4, 4 1/2, and 4 1/2. Very consistent.
Tuck position, degree difficulty 1.7.
We have a dispute on the floor.
Dive number 103. Forward 1.5 somersault. Height position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
Degree of difficulty is 1.7 for this dive. In the third round of diving. As you can see, his hands were touching his feet, giving him the pike position, and then he opened up to enter the water.
Dive number 5111.
It's well done by Mort Brown.
Forward 1.5 twist straight. Degree of difficulty 1.8.
Owen Graham for Cherry Hill West doing a dive, degree of difficulty 1.8. This one's got some kind of half twist in it, so be watching very closely and also be watching on the replay. Scores of 6, 6, 6, and 0 for Owen Graham with an average score of, yes, you guessed it, 6.
Straight back 1.5 somersault. Height position, degree of difficulty 2.4.
John Arcaroli is pulling out all the stops, going for a back somersault dive. And he should receive 4s to 5s on that dive. And he did. 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, and 4 and 1/2.
And we'll be doing number 5111. Forward 1.5 twist. Straight position. Degree of difficulty 1.8.
Wait, does this count for English? What? If they have Mrs. Pecker, this counts for English.
Ian Stern up for Cherry Hill West.
Andrew will be doing number 401. Inward dive. Height position. Degree of difficulty 1.5.
Now, Andrew Harris will be doing an inward dive, where he will stand on the end of the board with utmost concentration and jump backwards and dive into the water. The problem in this dive is not hitting the board. He was very straight on that dive. I'd say 5 and 1/2 to 6s. Straight 5s.
We'll be doing number 201. Back dive. Height position. Degree of difficulty 1.6.
As far as not hitting the board, I think we all saw during the Olympics when Greg Lougain has hit his head on the board.
That was a completely different dive, though. It was a reverse 2 and 1/2, if I'm not mistaken. That was a tragic blow. Mort Brown with a back pike dive. And he receives 2 6s and a 5 1/2. That was very well done by Mort. Surprising.
We'll be doing number 303. Reverse 1.5 somersault. Degree of difficulty 2.3.
Owen Graham will be doing a reverse 1/2 somersault, degree of difficulty 2.3. Tuck position. Scores of 7, 6 and 1/2, and 7 for Owen Graham.
John will be doing number 201. Back dive. Height position. Degree of difficulty 1.6.
This shouldn't be too hard for John Arcaroli, but he's looking for the most amount of points he can receive. It was varied scores on that, 5 1/2, 6 and 7.
Next up, Ian Stern for Cherry Hill West.
Ian will be doing number 401, inward dive, pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5.
Doing an inward dive pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores of 6 1/2, 6 and 6. The highest score so far for Ian Stern in any dive. He's got to be pleased with that.
That might keep him in the competition too, even though all the divers will receive points since there are only 4. And these all the individual events are scored 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was in the straight position, so he would be able to choose which position he'd want to enter, and he chose to enter with his feet.
Scores of 3, 4, and 4 for that dive.
Forward dive,
Mort Brown up again for Cherry Hill East.
degree of difficulty 1.3.
I think Mort tried to save his easy dives toward the end and get the hard ones out of the way, and he scored 5, 4 1/2, and 5 on that dive. That was a forward dive in the straight position.
1 1/2 somersault top, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Owen Graham up again for Cherry Hill West, doing a dive, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Do you know who's swimming backstroke?
Good job.
John will be doing number 403, inward 1 1/2 somersault, in top position, degree of difficulty 2.2.
John Arcaroli. He was very close to the board on that. And he received high scores for that.
Ian will be doing dive number 201, back dive.
2 6s and a 6 1/2.
1.7.
Ian Stern will be doing a back dive. For Cherry Hill West, he's adjusting the board right now. Last dive was spectacular. Scores of 6, 6 1/2, and 6 1/2. Scores 4, 3 1/2, and 4 for Ian Stern.
Andrew will be doing number 5111, forward dive, 1/2 twist, in straight position, degree of difficulty.
We have seen this dive before for forward dive, the half twist. And this is one to watch. He chose to rotate to the right, as you saw last time. The other diver chose to rotate to the left, just as long as you get the half twist in there.
Number 401, inward dive, pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5.
That was very well done by Mort Brown. I'd say he received 6s. And he did. 5 1/2, 6, and 6.
Number 403, inward 1 1/2 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty 2.2.
1 gram up now for Cherry Hill West, doing dive degree of difficulty 2.2.
I'd say that one deserves an instant replay.
John will be doing a number.
John will have to contend with that dive.
Forward, 1 1/2 somersault, 2 twists in the free position. Degree of difficulty 2.6.
This is one of the higher difficulty dives. 2.6. And very well done. As you can see, as he was rotating, he twisted. And because of the high difficulty, he only received a 4 1/2, 5, and 5. But as a 2.6 difficulty, that will really improve his score.
Number 211.
Ian starting for Cherry Hill West up again.
Back, 1/2 twist, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
Doing a dive back with 1/2 twist in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
Back, 1/2 twist, straight position.
Way to go, Mort.
Scores of 3, 3 1/2, and 3.
We're nearing the end of diving, so the swimmers will start to prepare on the deck for their events, which will be the 100 butterfly and the 100 freestyle. And Andy Harris receives 2 4s and a 4 1/2 on that dive. And that will conclude diving. The swimming portion of the meet will now continue. The butterflyers are lining up for this grueling event, of which one I do not like to participate in. The 100 butterfly, 4 laps of butterfly. Andy, I played you up. I played you up. We'll have B.J. Clemens in lane 1, Bill Fulton in lane 3, and Derek Sang in lane 5. Oh, in the diving, the score now reads 43 to 35. You guys have a guess, aren't you? You guys have a guess, aren't you? Derek Sang in lane 5 is taking a a little bit of a lead. Coming off the wall. Good, strong push off and kick. And it looks like Derek still has the lead coming into the end of this first 50. Oh, wait a minute. Lane 2 is trying to challenge this lead. But Derek's still holding on to it. Todd Barron is looking very strong for hopefully a third place for Cherry Hill East. And Brad Clemens is showing what he's got in lane 1. Derek Sang is still in the lead for Cherry Hill East in lane 5. And Todd Barron is now kicking it in, trying to take a second for East. And we have Derek Sang first, Todd Barron third, and BJ Clemens just touching in there. Now I can attest to this event will go very, very fast for Bill Fulton. This is also a sprint. You can see how hard they're kicking and pulling. And Bill Fulton takes his lead off going into the second turn of this 100. Going to his third lap. He is pulling very hard. At least a half a body length lead on his West opponent. Joe Carnell is going for third place against Jeff Goldberg, also for Cherry Hill East. And they hit the wall at the same time. This is just a race between those two for third. Bill Fulton will take first for Cherry Hill East. And Joe Carnell will take third.
Ken Leibel will take second.
Jeff Goldberg will take fourth. It was a very quick event. All the swimmers were in and around in under 55 seconds.
Score now standing at Cherry Hill West 50, Cherry Hill East 44.
East is trying to close the gap by taking as many third, fourth, and fifth places as they can.
This is now the 500-meter freestyle.
And we are going to be looking forward to that top 10 list, I hear.
We'll wait till for the race to get underway, and then we'll get right to the top 10 list.
Now, this is the 500 freestyle, which, if you can see, it's 5 100s or 20 laps of freestyle. It's a distance event in which you go as hard as you can and put all your heart into each lap. Counters at the other end of the pool will count for the swimmers so they do not get confused, since it is 20 laps. And they're into the first turn. And we can see Wes is trying to take the lead away from Matt Meyer, a very good distance swimmer. But Matt is just turning it around. Mark Levinson for Cherry Hill East is in lane 3. He's our up-and-coming freshman.
And right now it's time for the top 10 list. Tonight's top 10 category. Top 10 list that will never be broadcasted on Cable 18. Number 10, top 10 pet peeves of mafia hitmen. Number 9, top 10 Elvis Presley cooking tips. Number 8, Dan Quayle's top 10 fraternity pranks. Number 7, top 10 things to do with pocket lint. Number 6, Ronald Reagan's top 10 favorite places to nap. Number 5, top 10 Don Rickles sympathy cards. And I think I've gotten a few of those. Number 4, top 10 TV evangelists who claim they will die if they do not receive huge amounts of money. Number 3, top 10 uses for Vaseline. Number 2, top 10 Gilligan's Island's rerun shows. And the number 1 top 10 list that will never be broadcasted on Cable 18. Top 10 reasons why Gary Hart's new house has several exits. And that's tonight's top 10 category. We'll have plenty more in athletic events to come. No, not these guys. Go ahead. What's that? Well, you can do commentary now.
I did. When Meyer hit the wall. Matt Meyer is finishing up for Cherry Elise in second place, lane 5. Next, we should see Mark Levinson in lane 3.
And that was Kevin King, I guess, in first place there for Cherry Hill West.
He is a very strong 500 swimmer right here. And Mark Levinson will take a 4th for Cherry Hill East.
I look like cursing, but I am.
And Aaron Cook will take a 5th for Cherry Hill East after he finishes his last lap. As we said before, 5th does count. Points for the individual events goes 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those 1 points do add up. This should be the backstroke, followed by the breaststroke, and then the freestyle relays. And the event will now begin. The swimmers getting into the water to do their backstroke starts, holding on to the bars on the blocks, or a standing start, as we can see by Eric Maurer from Cherry Hill East in lane 5. And we have Todd Barron in lane 3 for Cherry Hill East, and James Taylor in lane 1.
I noticed that some of them started differently. What's the technique there?
There is no real advantage that I can see in a standing start. It's just that they feel that pushing off from above the water, they can pull themselves out further in the race.
Is it just a matter of preference, or
Yeah,
are you more comfortable
it's
with?
a matter of preference, and it's also that they feel it does give them the edge. But it will be outlawed in swimming. As of this year, I think this is the final year for standing starts because they outlawed it for the Olympics. As you saw, if you were watching the Olympics, the Burkhoff Blastoff, he did, I think, the final backstroke, standing backstroke start for the Olympics. And they are going to cut it out of swimming, such as high school swimming and independent swimming. And Eric Maurer is trying to get a second in there, but Todd Barron from Cherry Hill East took it from him. Second for Todd Barron, 3rd for Eric Maurer, and
first
James
place,
Taylor,
Cherry Hill
lane 1.
East. Score now standing at Cherry Hill West 64, Cherry Hill East 62. Still a very tight match. Just
as the coaches had said in the beginning of the meet, it will come down to the relays. John Arcaroli with his eloquent dives.
Come on back, West.
No, yeah, West won it, and Todd Barron took 2nd, and Eric Maurer took 3rd. This is the 100 breaststroke, the event that I usually swim, but we'll see Mike Dawdle in lane 1, Derek Sang in lane 3, and Eric Holmes in lane 5. 100 breaststroke, and it is also a sprint. All these swimmers should be in and around a minute 10.
Swimmers, take your mark.
As you see, breaststroke is a very different stroke. You pull out, and then you kick with your legs as you drive forward with the head. Coming into the turn, which is very similar to the butterfly turn, with another pull out, and then a strong pull with the hands, followed by a kick. It's a very unorthodox stroke, and the method is in the rhythm that you get your arm pull and your kick down consecutive. As you can see, Derek Sang is in second from Cherry Hill East. Eric Holmes is trying to get a third, and Mike Dawdle is in lane 1. Derek Sang is driving home. Second place, Eric Holmes. Third place, and Mike Dawdle will take a 6th place for Cherry Hill East.
And Cherry Hill West pulling out the victory right there again. Cherry Hill West. Cherry Hill West pulling out the victory.
And now the freestyle relays. 400 freestyle, 100 for each swimmers on a 4-man relay.
Now West's strong relay team is going to be in lane 4, but I was talking before to one of the competitors in lane 2, Aria Lewis, and he said watch that lane, they may come up with a few surprises, so we don't know, but I think you should keep our eye on lane 4 for Cherry Hill West, where we have all our strong swimmers.
And lane 3 is Cherry Hill East, and they have stacked their freestyle relay with the best freestylers on the team that were available, because you can only swim 3 events. Bill Fulton will lead it off for the freestyle relay to perchance get a lead. And right off the start, he has taken the lead that East needs to get. Going to the turn, Bill Fulton, lane 3, is leading, with West in second, and lane 5, Cherry Hill East relay, with an exchange student, believe it or not. Tobias Gorky from Germany is here to swim with Cherry Hill East. They like to call him the Albatross because of the German swimmer that we saw in the Olympics. Fulton is now swimming and there goes Todd Barron for Cherry Hill East lane 3 relay. And lane 5, we see Cherry Hill East sending off another swimmer. I think it was Andy Carnell. Oh, excuse me. Andy Carnell just swam in lane 1. James Taylor will take it for lane 5. And Eric Maurer, a very powerful 100 freestyle, will take it for lane 3.
And about to swim in lane 2 is Aria Lewis, who had been giving me all the quotes earlier. There he goes.
An amazing dive. Very different. Lane 1, Cherry Hill East starts on their next swimmer. As Eric Maurer from Cherry Hill East in lane 3 is finishing up his 4th lap. And he's gonna give it to Matt Meyer, who will try and bring it home for Cherry Elise. That was a very powerful freestyle relay. For lane 5, Eric Holmes will take the freestyle relay, who we saw of Tobias Gorky, Aaron Cook, JT Taylor, and now Eric Holmes. In lane 1, we see Wes Barron stepping up on the block. He is brother to Todd Barron, who we saw in the butterfly. And there he goes. Eric Holmes finishes first 50 in lane 5 as Matt Meyer finished up for lane 3. East with a commanding win in the freestyle relay.
Kevin King finishing for Cherry Hill West in second place.
It was very interesting. West took the first in the medley relay, but East took him in the freestyle. Now it's just up to third place. 8-4-2 is the score for the medley relay and the freestyle relay, and Cherry Hill East took a third. Eric Holmes. And in the final lap, Wes Barron will take a 5th place. No points will be scored on him, but at least he finished.
Still awaiting the final score right now.
Cherry Hill East had 2 places in that to West 1, which will be a very good score for both teams. And the score, 86-86.
Are they going to do power?
The score is a tie, and as we've seen in the past, they will have to, if they decide, a PowerPoint meet will have to be decided where they take the times of each of the swimmers, 1 through 6, regardless if they scored or not, and weigh that on a PowerPoint meet scale where each swimmer receives an allotted amount of points, where they will add up the total, and the total is very high, and it takes a long time to score that. Last year it took at least 2 hours to score that. But they are going to leave it as a tie.
So could you please just analyze Cherry Hill East's strategy, their performance during the meet?
They started off with their medley relays, in which they knew they were going to take a second, and they just had to take their thirds and fourths and fifths, and that's mostly what they went for: third, fourth, and fifths, and that's what tied the meet for them.
And as far as Cherry Hill West, they started off pretty strong, winning the first event, being strong throughout the entire event, and came away with a tie as opposed to, and it makes them feel good since Cherry Hill West was not victorious last year. So from Gloucester Township Tech, I'm Anna Martin.
And I'm Chris Lyerly.
And we'd like to say good night from Sicklerville, and thanks for watching.
This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.